All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 2 is here. We got the Circa Million and Survivor contest picks for you guys. Last week we went 3-2 on the Circa picks against the spread, and we got the Survivor correct. We went with the Seattle Seahawks. They beat the Denver Broncos, so looking to keep that momentum going. And so here with week 2 picks for the Circa contest, giving you guys the top 5 picks against the spread in NFL. Start you guys off here. Game 1, we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Detroit Lions. I am rolling with the Detroit Lions here. Look, the Bucs looked good last week, but they played Washington. Baker was lights out. Everybody knows I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan, and he played great. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But, I don't respect the Commanders, so I don't really take too much on that win. And Detroit, they played well. They got the win versus the Rams, but I think they're going to play even better. They're at home, and so I really like Detroit. I'm taking Detroit -7. All right, game 2. We got the Seattle Seahawks at the New England Patriots. The Seahawks 3.5-point favorites. Seattle, they're coming off a win versus Denver, but as I said earlier, Denver is going to be horrible this year. Horrible. Bo Nix is already a bust. And they're going to be like, Ace, what are you talking about? It's been week 1. The guy should never have been drafted, let alone in the first round. It was a desperate move. He was a bust at Auburn. He went to Oregon, had a nice year, and then just somehow this guy jumps to 12th overall. Stop it. And then we got New England. They had obviously the upset of the week. They beat the Bengals, but they didn't play great either. They played better than Cincinnati, but Cincinnati, honestly, look, I don't know how healthy Joe Burrow is, if he's fully healthy or not, coming off the injury from last year, but he looked okay. They lost Mixon, so their run game struggled. They got no receivers outside of Jamar Chase, and I don't know if he's been practicing or what over the offseason. He wants a new contract, so, look, I'm not buying that victory too much. I like Seattle on the road here. I'm taking the Seahawks -3.5. All right, game 3. We got the New York Jets at the Tennessee Titans. The Jets, 4-point favorites. Look, the Jets came off a loss on Monday night versus the Niners. As expected, Niners are a really good team at home. That was Rodgers' first game back from the Achilles injury. And so I think he's going to, obviously have a better game against a Tennessee Titans team that, once again, I think this is a bad team. They got much more weapons than Denver, but Will Levis is going to be a bust. I've been saying that all along. Don't trust him at all. They lost Derrick Henry. Yes, they're at home, but this is an easy one. I'm pretty sure this is my lock of the week from the NFL Week 2 video. And so I'm taking the Jets -4. Want to stress and reiterate, Will Levis is going to be a bust. All right, boys. Game 4, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Denver Broncos. Steelers 2.5-point favorites here. Steelers, they came off a win versus Atlanta, 18-10. Justin Fields looked pretty solid. Not great. He looked solid. He's going to start again. Russell Wilson is still hampered with the injury. They had 6 field goals, so I think they're going to convert a little bit more this week, even though they're on the road. Once again, Denver, doesn't matter that they're at home. Bo Nix is a bust. They got no offensive weapons also. This is an easy one. I like them to run all over Denver. And I'm taking the Steelers -2.5. All right, game 5. We got the Chicago Bears at the Houston Texans. Texans 6.5-point favorite. Look, Chicago, they did get the win in week 1 versus Tennessee, but not saying much. They played really bad. Number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams, played horrible. He played horrible, under 50% completion, 92 yards in the air. He played bad. They had no offensive touchdowns, and now they're going up on the road. They were at home last week. They're on the road against a really good Houston team that's better than they were last year, and they just came off a win. They beat Indianapolis on the road. I think they're going to play better. I think the 6.5 looks really easy On our NFL video, I bought it down to 5.5, but for this purpose, the lines are set at 6.5. I still like them. I'm taking Houston minus 6.5. All right, survivor pick of the week. Week 1, we took Seattle versus the Broncos. They covered and they won. Now we got Seattle. We got week 2. Once again, you cannot use a team twice. So we already used Seattle. That's done for the entire season. Week 2, we got the Falcons at the Eagles. Eagles 6.5-point favorites here, but you just have them. We just need them to win. And so I'm rolling with Philadelphia here. I like Philadelphia to win. And I'm taking Philadelphia as my survivor pick to win. I know the hot pick of the week is Baltimore versus the Raiders, and I get it. But first of all, I'd rather save Baltimore for another week. And secondly, Raiders are just a funny team too. You never know. I think they played really bad last week. I think they're going to improve. And honestly, Baltimore's a good team, but I don't 100% trust them either, right? Just it's all relying on Lamar, and so they should win pretty easily, but I just like Philadelphia better. And so on the survivor play, we're taking the Eagles. All right, boys and girls, we'll see you next week for week 3.